Good evening. I'm Alan Handley. We're live here at Creekbox TV and Sports Talk, and I'm here with my good buddy Terrence George and my sidekick Josh Lee. And man, we were just talking. It's cooling off, Coach Terrence. We appreciate you taking the time to come to Sports Talk and on Creekbox and talk about the upcoming basketball season. It feels like basketball weather now.
Yeah, it's a nice, cool breeze in the air, and that means it's a very good indication that basketball is being played.
Well, now I know y'all been practicing now football puts us in a bind every year. So what have we lost 7-8 games already probably?
Right now we are having to make up 4 games. Currently have 1 rescheduled. We still have 3 more that we have to get rescheduled. Those will be done in January. Looks to be on a weekly basis, playing about 4 games per week.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
So
kind of like rec basketball.
We're looking to play on Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursdays. Not Thursdays, but Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturdays.
Well, man. Now, have we played any games yet, Coach?
Varsity has not played any games. We have played 2 JV games with some of the younger kids against Pierce County. We split with those. So some of the younger guys who we expect to play this year has gotten some minutes at this point.
Good.
So.
Well, man, before we start talking about the upcoming season, man, last year's road to the Final Four started here in Homerville at the gym. Creekbox got the opportunity to film a couple of them games, and I hadn't seen that gym that packed. It seems like since it was at the old barn over here at the high school. I mean, it was just an exciting time for Clinch County.
You know, I do have vague memories of the old barn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a little bit older than you.
Yeah. But I do remember through high school, back in those days, through the Terry Swinson and Kingston Clark years, how the games are always packed at the high school. Even through my years as I graduated, relatively packed out games. When I came back into coaching, we lost a lot of that crowd. So it's very exciting to see a lot of those people that I saw when I played coming back and filling the stands. And a lot of times I was just taken aback at how the crowd was so into the games and how filled the stands were. And it was just a very good indication that we were doing something right in terms of basketball.
Man, it was exciting. I know Josh's daddy, Kenneth, he got a tech caught on him, I think, last year.
I'm glad we won that game.
The referee threw him out the back, and then Kenneth run and hid at the concession stand, and then when they would go to the other end, he'd run back in and watch.
He took one of the whistles off of him. Talking about the environment, man, it was, home court advantage for sure. Awesome whenever you come in there last year. It was just –
and then it was like a college game when we went to VSU, and my heart's still broken over that. We had that game won, and that's just we were in our seats up and down on that. It was just a great game, Coach. You done a great job last year.
It was a great game. It was a great atmosphere. Just for those kids to experience that, for our fans to experience that, man, it was just awesome. It was awesome. Heartbreaking loss. We look to, try to learn from grow. I still haven't seen the game, completely. I watched all the way up until about the 3rd quarter right now. I'll finish it before the season starts. So
that's right.
And we'll just look back and just enjoy it for what it was, and we'll look to make new memories this year.
Well, man, you done a great job last year. What was that? Your 2nd year as the boys?
That was my 2nd year with the boys.
Now you coached with the girls. How long?
I spent about 10 years with the boys. I'm sorry, with the girls. 10 years with the girls.
Dang, was it that long?
And so, it was that long. And now I am in my
this will be your 3rd year with the boys?
This will be the start of my 4th year, actually.
4th
year with the boys. So
well, now, what's the difference in the girls and the boys? You can get on the boys a little bit more than you can the girls, of course.
You can get on to them a little bit more. Now, I will say the girls that I had, though, they were very competitive.
That's right.
So we, really tried to get rid of that softness nature to them.
That's right.
The one true difference between the boys and the girls is, I would say, has been the speed of the game. Mm-hmm. For the girls, if we were faster than other teams, we typically beat them. Mm-hmm. Boys, we have to also be better executing wise.
That's right. So. That's right. You got to be able to shoot the ball a lot better. But man, that was just like a college atmosphere. over there at VSU.
Yeah,
I mean, it was
awesome.
like a college game, wasn't it, Josh?
Yeah, it was awesome. It really was. Make it in the Final Four in basketball, I mean, that's a success, huge success.
Now, who ended up winning the state? Was the team that beat us? Did they win it?
No, they played for it against Wilkinson. I don't know exactly how many points they lost by, but, Wilkinson, I want to say somewhere around 10 digits.
Well, and now Wilkinson played before we played, didn't he? And I thought we matched up. Look, which I don't have no basketball skills, but looked like we matched up. Now I'm a Panther fan,
Wilkinson County, I think they do a little bit of recruiting.
Well,
there was an article on Macon.com on them last week.
The word has been, as long as I've been coaching boys and girls, I've heard Wilkinson recruit. And so I read the article also, and to read some of the things that's in that article, man, is just unbelievable, And so it just solidifies, if they are truly doing those things, it solidifies the way that people have been thinking all these years.
Yeah.
Would there be any repercussions from the article, do you think?
From what I see in the article, it says that they're still under investigation. So we're just looking.
Man, that's bad because, you can't take nothing back. It's just like a football team that they get put on probation after they won the title.
Still got
like
the title.
Bobby Bowden, they took them wins, but what about the wins where they, took from the other kids?
That's right.
It's just awful that a school would stoop that low to do something like that.
That's right.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, Terrence, and we're going to come back and talk about this year's basketball team, brother.
Let's do it.
We'll be right back.
Carter's Fried Chicken in Homerville has become the gold standard for fried chicken barbecue and catering. Carter's also offers a full menu of other tasty items and is open on Sunday. Thanks, Chad Brown, for making dining at Carter's a family tradition in Homerville. Go Panthers!
Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ.
Good evening. I'm Alan Handley. We're back live here at Creekbox TV on Sports Talk. I got my good buddy Terrence George, the head basketball coach at Clinch County High School, and my sidekick Josh Lee right here. Well, Terrence, we've spoken a little bit about last year's team and how exciting it was, and like you say, the weather's getting cooler. We play Friday. We for sure Friday. Let's knock on wood. The football season will be over Friday. So, and you're already practicing now for this. How many kids will you actually pick up from the football team that'll, that they'll have one day maybe to a break and then pick up basketballs?
Yeah, maybe one day's break. It depends. We've considered practicing, starting Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you got to.
And that'll give us at least 3 days of practice. We do expect somewhere around the neighborhood of 10 to 12 kids coming over. As far as those that will actually play varsity, then we'll kind of sort through that, and that's may be somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 or 7 kids.
Now, you'll try to carry, about 15 on the varsity?
We'll try to carry about 15. What I typically like to do is start with about 12 kids, my 12 top kids for varsity. And then allow some of the younger kids to grow and earn the opportunity to
give them incentive to get, that's right,
to get better and move up. So,
well, man, that's smart. That's a good job there.
Now, on that, coming from football to basketball, I played basketball, but I never played football, in high school. But the shape, you got a football and a basketball shape.
There's a big difference in football and basketball. I can tell you that.
How long does it take to get your team? You behind the 8 ball anyway.
Right, we're behind the 8 ball. As far as growth in terms of getting in condition to play basketball, you're never going to be in game shape until you play games. So we'll do conditioning drills and all that type of stuff, and hopefully by 5 games or so we'll be ready to play. Now the good thing about football canceling games is now our first game will be against non-regional opponents instead of like it was. So
now we're still under the power rankings in basketball, so it does affect us when we lose a game.
Right, it does affect when we lose a game, but in terms of being able to compete in the region, we're not playing short-handed. We won't be playing on 1 or 2 days of practice. Now the downside of that is we'll be playing Coffee on our first game.
Is that going to be here next Tuesday?
That'll be here next Tuesday on the 19th. So
Right.
we'll play Coffee on the 19th, and then we'll go to Calhoun on that Friday.
Man, Calhoun's always got a good team.
Well, they're good this year. They're, I think, the number 1 ranked team. No,
Didn't we beat them last year at home?
no, they're the ones that beat us in the semifinal
They
at
knocked us
BSU.
out.
Okay, all right. I've got that. I was trying to think who we beat for the championship over here that was so good.
Now, we beat here in the region championship, we beat Wilcox.
Wilcox.
But
that
in
might
the
have been-
playoffs, we beat Manchester and Montgomery County.
that Montgomery was the team I was thinking about.
Now,
That-
Montgomery is probably somewhere around 2 or 3 right now. Now, the thing about going to Calhoun, good for us is that we don't play Calhoun. We'll be playing against Randolph Clay. So
There we go.
we'll have
Man,
some
that
time
region is tough over there, brother, in basketball.
but we'll have some time to get better before we start seeing, regional opponents. So
Now, last year, we were kind of I don't know what offense we ran last year. Is it going to be the same? Now, do you change Terrence or do you kind of look and say, now I know this year you're going to have, I assume Jeremiah, he's 6'7". You got Big Mincy, he's 6'6". And then Tresman, will you run the same offense or would they be on the court at the same time? Or
presently, right now, we'll look to try to run the same offenses that we ran last year. We've added a few more things. Me and Coach David went to a coaching clinic and picked up on some ideas from some college coaches that we'll try to instill in our kids, so that we can be better overall. Now, I do recognize that we may have to adjust that style of play a little
That's
bit
right.
because we're just going to have a different group of kids this year, going from last year to this year. I do expect John Mincy to, play a lot better, play a lot more.
He's physical. He's
You
got to
know,
be more physical this year.
He is. He had a great summer with us this summer, virtually unstoppable. We still got to get Jeremiah to recognize his potential.
I walked down to the
So-
gym yesterday, to see Coach Dickerson. And he was having to get on Jeremiah Big Mitts. They were dunking. That's all they were doing was dunking the ball. I mean, just under the basket, just tearing it down. Jim said, if y'all twist an ankle, he said, you'll never play here. I'm kicking you out of school.
So, they'll be important moving forward. Of course, we have Tresman, who's, he'll be Tresman.
That's right.
He's unstoppable.
He's down low.
I
There's a
feel
little
sorry
thing-
for the
out.
people trying to guard him. When he
He's
puts
either
that
going to
shoulder-
draw a foul or make the basket. Most
And
time it's
do
both.
both.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So, and we have a good mix of young guys coming along. A lot of guys who played on our JV squad last year, they're sophomores this year. We do expect them to play a lot and contribute to what we're trying to do. They also had good summers. This past summer was good for them as well. And so, it looks pretty good. We'll be competitive.
Well, a lot of people don't understand. It's kind of like football, high school basketball is. You don't get the summer off. The football team's in there during the summer preparing. You have summer camp throughout the summer, and then y'all been practicing for a month, and I know that's hard. You're limited with your numbers right now to get in a true scrimmage practice, I guess.
Which I can tell you, typically for us, the entire month of July, we are practicing daily, and we're in camps. We went to 3 different camps this summer. We also play extra games, so we probably play in the neighborhood of 20 games during the summer. We
Good.
typically give
I
them,
didn't know that, Terrence.
we'll give them July off, meaning that they don't,
Kind of like the football
they don't
team
have to
after the
show up.
4th. That's right.
But to tell you the truth, Alan, these guys called me all summer long, wanting to play basketball, want to pick up, have pickup games, open gym, things like that. So we'll do that during the summer as well, during the month of July. And then once school starts back, we'll give them a few weeks to get acclimated to the new school system, and then we'll start volunteer workouts and condition. So these kids that I have now, they've actually been going at it since about mid-August. We're lifting weights, running.
Yeah, they're usually about running while the football team's practicing.
Yes.
And you don't make them run around the football field.
No.
You make them run up the bleachers, across, and down a little bit harder than the football team. I can go ahead and tell you that.
a lot of the workout this year was more of a CrossFit style, so that worked with cardio and also, strengthening the muscles as well. And that's going to translate over to our style of play. We do expect to play a lot faster this year, so we'll look forward to doing that, and hopefully we'll have the numbers in terms of players to put on the floor by which we can continue to do that for 32 minutes in a game. So.
Well, now, Josh, when you played, did y'all go to camp like that in the summer?
No, we didn't do it. He stepped it up a lot. No, I feel sorry for those guys, man.
Who coached
Jared Hart.
No, Jared Hart.
Yeah. But Terrence's man took it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, Terrence does a
Jared
good job.
did an excellent job too, but he just didn't have the, like you said, it's a year-round thing.
That's right.
Then it was just a couple months.
Well, if you don't, I mean, it's like everything else. If you do not play year-round and stay with the other teams that are doing it, you're falling behind.
That's
I mean,
right.
Terrence has to do it because the other teams are doing
other
it.
teams
I
are
mean,
doing it.
that's it. And I got to give Terrence a shout out. He's also coaches at the rec park. He did for me, And his little, he's got a daughter coming up that's going to be real good now. She's 4 or 5 years. How old is she now?
She's 9 now, actually.
She's now, boy, it don't seem like that, man.
She
She started when she was 3 and a half, I think, at the rec park.
She played, coming up playing T-ball. She started about 3 and a half, and then basketball at about 4.
Man.
So, she's ready to get into the basketball season this year. She still loves softball. And I got a son. He's
on my flag team this year. Great kid. He's a good kid. Me and Avery, we had tight. I forget who he was telling me he was going to be for Halloween. Who was he? Was he Batman, Superman? He was something. He was a superhero, I think.
This year he was a superhero.
He wanted to be a vampire, but I think Mama didn't let him be a vampire.
And he may have been a vampire. I do know one of them was a vampire.
Well, it was him then, because we talked about that on the football team. Me and him were talking about it, and I said, all right, Avery, it's your turn to go in and run the ball. He said, man, let somebody else play. We talk about trick-or-treating. But, man, you do a great job with what you do. And one thing, and I was talking to Mr. Berrien about, I said, one thing about Terrence is he's fair, but now he don't, it's all business out there. He don't care who it is.
Much slack. You can see that him coaching in the game.
From a starter right down to the one on the bench, they're all the same.
And you was talking about his little girl. I know where she gets it from. We played out there with him a couple times at night. Man, he's got it. That's for sure. You can probably get out there and play with him in high school. I'm sure you do in practice, run around with him a little bit.
Sometimes Coach David and myself, we'll run with him at practice.
Man,
now, last year we did start a student-faculty basketball game, so we played against the seniors last year, and we'll try to do that again.
How did y'all do last year?
Faculty.
Man, who was the faculty?
Well, can we get Creekbox in on this? This needs to be televised.
It was a lot of the coaches. We didn't have Coach Morgan to play with us, so that kind of gave us knocked us down a little bit.
Now Rant's a baller now.
Yeah, but I think they were up by 2 or 3 points when the bell rang, so there was still time on the clock left. So we can say that's a tie game.
Yeah, and you had the Kite boy that was so good last year. And speaking of your big man, you got coming in Jeremiah. Man, he made some good dunks through the playoffs last year. And I know me and you talking, you kept saying we got to get him to play defense. And I think with him playing football this year is actually going to help him on defense.
Hopefully he'll be a little more physical and be able,
He wants to be the point guard. Yeah. Usually all big men. At the rec party, I can remember Lafayette Lacey. He wanted to be the point guard. He was, 6'2" in the 4th grade, wanting to be the point guard.
Which now for Jeremiah, and we have changed up some, so he will have an opportunity to earn some time playing in a guard type position. We learned from VSU that
you got to throw him a crumb, man.
Well, yeah, they're called hybrid players. So if they can stretch the floor by which they can handle the ball and make some outside jumpers, we'll allow him to play in that role some.
Well, his argument's LeBron's 6'8",
that's right. That's his argument. LeBron, just from watching the games last year, Tresman, he just, he doesn't look like your prototypical basketball, or to me anyway.
Right.
He's so stout. So who's he remind you of? I mean, not comparing him to an NBA player by any means, but just you can even go to college if you need to.
Right. Well, when you look at Tresman's physique and how he looks, LeBron used to look like that back in his days in Miami, except for LeBron's, of course, almost 7 feet tall. So that would be a very
the way he
plays and look. If he had a better jump shot, I would easily compare him to LeBron James.
It's fun to watch.
He's smart, he doesn't.
Man,
he always make the right basketball play.
He's a heck of a basketball
down low. I mean, I could watch his feet, and he knew how to get position down there where he was going to draw the foul. You could not block that shot he had down low.
Now last year, Jeremiah he skinny. You know, well, I ain't skinny anymore, but he just run up and down the court. He looked. But I think this year you're gonna be. And
we got several guys. Jeremiah has nice height. 6'6", 6'7". John Mincy. We have Xavier Collins, who's actually been with us.
He ought to be a ball player too. He's always good at the
He's explosive out of the box. This will be his second year with us, so he still has some maturing to go.
How many do you have that can dunk?
I have
your starters.
When you look
That's why I come to the game now.
You got to come to watch us.
We're going to win, but man, that gets the crowd so pumped up when you let them dunk like that. I know sometimes you don't like it, but
as long as they're smart about it.
That's right.
But John Mincy, Jeremiah, and Xavier Collins are easily three guys that can dunk the basketball.
Hey, I've seen Tresman.
Yeah, Tresman's trying. He can't quite throw it down just yet. So those would be the three guys who can dunk the basketball pretty easily.
Oh man, that's going to be exciting to see, and of course we appreciate you coming in. We're going to have you back, during the season, and Creekbox we're going to come film a couple of games, so. Me and Josh will probably be doing play-by-play out there for y'all. So,
well, hey, come anytime. That'll be exciting just to kind of get our kids exposed.
Well, yeah, in football, the kids, Mr. Berrien puts it up on Sunday, so all the kids get to go. And we got replays, so they slow it down. We got slow motion on Creekbox.
Last year you had Kerry filmed a little bit, and Gerard when he did that crossover. I don't remember who we were playing, but I was at the game. But man, he broke the guy's ankles.
I want to say that may have been against Wilcox.
He went. That guy slid half the distance of the court. Seemed like
that was some exciting times.
I'm sure you'll miss Gerard.
We'll miss those guys.
He was your leader last year. I thought
he was man.
They contributed a lot last year. So we'll have some young guys who are looking forward to filling those voids, and we'll go from there.
Well, it's all about coaching, man.
Well, I'll be first to admit, now you've got to have players.
That's right. Hey, I agree with you there. And before we go, in our region, who's going to be the top pick in our region?
Right. Well, right now, and of course we're at the bottom. We haven't played any.
That's right.
And so I'll gladly accept being at the bottom. But right now we have Lanier, who's actually the top dog. I don't want to say 5-0. And we have Wilcox sitting behind them at 4-1.
Wilcox is always good.
And so Lanier beat Wilcox by almost 30 points. How did that happen?
Man.
How did that happen? I don't know.
Well, didn't we went undefeated last year?
They turned the air conditioning off at that gym. Well, like to fall out.
And I don't know where they played it, but I hear that Lanier this past summer they turned the heat up in their gym, and even now they turn the heat up to practice in their gym in the heat, so that when teams come in there, they have it extremely hot.
Man, last year it was. We had my little boy over there, and we had to take his shirt off. And it was. I swear, I thought they had a heater turned on in there.
I get it. If you can't beat them, find other kind of ways.
That's right.
What I'm saying?
That's right. It was exciting to watch that other coach from Lanier. Anyway, boy.
He is. He's a character. He is.
Pearson's coach.
He's also a character.
Is he still there?
He is still there.
I went over to the barbershop, man. They was giving that.
One thing I got to say about Coach George, he ain't gonna back down.
No.
When he's right, he thinks he's right. He's going to argue to the death.
You was talking about Calhoun earlier. We got to go there next week or this week.
We go there next Friday.
Well, now 2 years ago we went to I think it was third round of playoffs.
That was the second round.
We went over there and we went to that game. That was a good ball game. It's just that was your second year.
That was my second year coaching. Yes.
Man, it was awesome.
Yeah,
game.
It was close right there to the end.
Yeah,
we traveled that far. And
that far. We couldn't buy a shot over there. So they managed to beat us by a couple.
It was close. That was a good ball game.
So we're looking for the opportunity to get back to play against Calhoun again, because if we get there, that means we've gone a long way.
That's right. Well, we appreciate you coming, man, and me and Josh will have you back here later on, and we're going to take a quick break and let you get out of here, and we're going to bring another coach in.
Okay.
Thank you, Terrence.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Huddle up. That's right. Huddle up at the Huddle House in Homerville and Lakeland before or after the game. And if you can't make it to the game, watch all the live action here at the Huddle House. Remember, Huddle Houses of Homerville and Lakeland have a full menu with something for everyone, with prices that can't be beat. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, 24 hours per day, Huddle House is a game-winning recipe for the entire family. Go Clinch County Panthers, go Lanier County Bulldogs, and don't forget, huddle up at the Huddle House.
Jerry J's is the best Boston butts and ribs around. Meat so tender and tasty that it practically melts in your mouth. We have a variety of home-cooked meals and the best breakfast in town. And don't forget about our barbecue sandwiches. Jerry J's can cater your event and looks forward to serving you in Homerville, Waycross, and Douglas. Oh yeah, if you can't make it to the game, drop by Jerry J's in Homerville to watch the game live on Creekbox TV while you enjoy one of the many items on our menu. Go Panthers!
Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation.
Good evening. I'm Alan Handley here live at Creekbox on Sports Talk, and I got my sidekick Josh Lee, and we got the offensive line coach, Big Dalton Weatherington, up here. And man, we were all ready to play for the state championship. I hadn't left the house. Tell him, Josh, you hadn't left the house.
I had to work till 5, have no vacation time built up, so had to work till 5. We had clothes packed, ready to go. Family, half of them's already up there. And I seen it. Well, actually, that guy I was telling you about that we worked the storm with over in Metter, his wife's the superintendent of Rayburn County. He texted me, your game's canceled. And I questioned Mark. No, I hadn't heard that. He said, no, I'm telling you, your game's canceled. I was like, whoa. Get on Twitter, get everywhere, don't see anything about it. I called Jen. No, they playing. Austin's in the stadium. They playing. I said, I don't think so. And then like an hour later, you started seeing it rolling in. So,
where were y'all at, Dalton, when y'all learned?
We were 8 miles away from the hotel.
Man,
8 miles away from the hotel.
Man, that's a...
Well, thank God you hadn't checked into the motel yet, or you'd had to eat that, I guess.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, thankfully, we got that money back, and if we didn't, it'd have been a whole lot worse than what it was.
Oh, man. And I bet the kids were just, it's kind of like Jim said in the paper or on the VN or something I seen. It's like the kids having a big present under the Christmas tree and have it taken away the day of Christmas,
Now you talking about taking away and not getting it back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, for the seniors and what it takes to get to that level. The other kids, it's, hopefully we make it back next year, the year after. But
well, the thing that we want to do is make sure they understand that it's not about playing in a place.
That's
it's
right.
about, playing an extra game, being able to do something for your community that has only been done 6 times. We want to get to that point where we're only number 2 behind Lincoln County in state titles.
Man, who broke it to the team?
Actually, my bus heard it on the radio from one of the other buses, and me, Don, and Rance just sitting there like she has to be playing right now.
Yeah.
And then we got a phone call from Winston on the other bus and said, "Yep, it's true." And we were like,
"Hey." Well, was it snowing at the time where y'all were at?
No, we actually parked at some restaurant there, and we had saw where there was a car that came from that direction. It was about 2-3 inches thick with snow on top. So we're like, maybe don't need to
What
do it.
aggravated me, I watched the Weather Channel. Now, every day. And I'd watch
there's a channel devoted to weather 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Jim Cancorn, whatever his name is, he don't miss it by much.
No.
And, it was going to snow in Atlanta. Georgia High School should have scraped them Thursday. Because now Coffee County, my understanding, took 8 buses. And they charged them people to ride the buses between $12 and $20 a head.
And that's gone.
They rode to Atlanta and turned around and come home. They were actually in the stadium.
Well, my stepfather's the defensive backs coach for Coffee, and first time in school history they ever made it to the state title game, and they stayed up the night before because they have a routine of doing that.
That's right.
And they spent $8,000 on players and coaches to stay at the Marriott, I think about 30 miles away. And they were on the way to the stadium when they found out about that.
Now, would the Georgia High School refund any of that, or they just, the school have to eat it?
You want my politically correct answer?
Man, I want your
give
answer.
It to us raw.
Yeah, you go.
I think that the GHSA is going to get their money and what's theirs. And
I agree with you.
Now, granted, $8,000 to a 6A program is probably not that much, but to us, that'd be breaking the bank.
Oh, man. And I also heard, you bought your ticket. It was $22 last week. Well, it's $20 this week. So, if you already had your ticket, you're out $2 right there.
Yeah, but it's not the same ticket.
No, that's right.
That ticket was through the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, but
We'll see what they're doing to fix that is that people that bought the $22 ticket get in, I think, an hour earlier to get their own seat, whereas everybody else who bought the $20 ticket gets in at 6:45, I think.
Yeah, I've seen something about that on. Okay, so you get an hour earlier interested.
Now we know that, and me and Josh was talking. We played them in week 3, Dalton? Was it 3 or 4 or something like that?
First region game, yes.
And man, we were in there. We were injured at the time. We wasn't 100% healthy.
And what?
We had come back, and tied it up 14-14. We had a touchdown call back. That we would have been tied. And
you had five turnovers in the game by Clint.
Yes, sir.
And did they have any?
No, I don't think they had.
If they did, they had
Maybe
one. It didn't make a
one.
difference.
Yeah.
Looking at them now, I mean, I know y'all are sick of watching film. This extra week, you've watched the same film over and over and over. Are they a better football team now than they were then? Of course, they are a little bit better. I know that, but have they changed any offensively or defensively from when we played them?
No, sir. I mean, basically, what they did the first game worked for them, obviously.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we anticipate them doing the same thing. But the thing is, they have gotten better, of course. Otherwise, they wouldn't be in this position.
That's right.
We have made leaps and bounds compared to where we were at
agree.
that point.
I agree.
Offensive line's clicking better. The offense has come together, and I don't see us having 5 turnovers this game.
Oh, man, I hope not. I mean, it's hard to beat anybody with 5 turnovers.
Oh, yes, sir.
Just anybody.
I've been checking Creek Box left and right. I hadn't seen it. Variance put it on there yet or not. It may be on there now, but I want to go back and rewatch it, before Friday night just to get a look at it. But I heard Lundy, was he full healthy when we played him, or did he play the whole game?
Lundy was fully healthy that game, and he did his part to help them win. But, of course, we didn't have number 7 that game on defense, and he had maybe 4 or 5 carries on offense.
Okay.
I think he's going to be the X factor, but
yeah.
the entire team has to play.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Doubt.
That's right. Now, what are we going to do differently offensively than what we did the first game? Are we going to do the same? We do what we do, or is that how we're looking at it?
We are going to do what we've been doing since after Irwin. I think, and all the coaches agree that what we were trying to do that game seemed like it would work.
Mm-hmm.
And on the board it looked great, and in our minds it looked great, but we didn't execute as well as we'd like to. So I think we're going to stick with what we do best and just straight run it down the throat, or at least attempt to. And if we can't, we're going to throw it to 6-7 over
Well, that's right.
Sounds like a good plan.
That's right. You've had 12 weeks to work with offensive line
yes,
since then. So that's a big
and
difference.
So that's the thing I've noticed, that Irwin has gotten better, of course, but they haven't gotten tremendously better, whereas I can see where the offensive line has come, leaps and bounds.
That's right.
Better than they were that week, and that comes with offensive line, period. I mean, the more you work together, the more you gel, the more reps you get, just start clicking better.
Man, were you shocked, which I had last week we talked with Coach Dickerson, or right after the Mount Zion game, and getting off the bus, I thought Mount Zion, I said, man, we're fitting to kill this bunch. I mean, was that a shock to you how well they played up front?
Well, it wasn't shocking that they were well coached, but
right.
The fact that they were faster than what they looked on film, they were more physical than the way they looked on film.
They were just
exactly.
Gritty,
They came to win that game.
They were very
they
well
didn't come
coached.
down here to,
no,
participation trophy. They come to take it.
And what concerns me with us not playing in the dome is Irwin played Lincoln. That was a close game. It could have went either way.
Mm-hmm.
Then they played Macon. It was a 6-point ball game. And then ECI. They were kind of beat up, and I thought we were fixing to get them at a good time when we're healthier.
Now they've rested.
They are now that
they were probably tore up after those games, and they were down 14. ECI, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
They come back, but now I just watched it today on Tresman's highlights on Huddle from the Mount Zion game, and after he blocked that field goal, he just went down.
Yep.
And just laid there. It felt like 10 minutes, and went and got him up. But
well, we definitely used him that game, and
that's the first game he's actually had to play both sides of the ball.
If he did, it was for a player too.
It was for a crap.
Less than 10 snaps all game.
Exactly.
And he, but everybody played.
And he understands that if we get to that point this week, it's the last one of the year. Thankfully, we get him back next year, but. I mean, these kids are 14 to 18 years old. They can do anything for 48 minutes.
Yeah,
especially if it's the last one.
Well, one good thing, I talked to Coach Dickerson, and today. Actually, he's headed to Plains to pick up his wife.
Mm-hmm.
She got a little motion sickness on some train or something. The little one's rode up there. She can't ride a train. So what he said that dog, my mind just went blank. He was saying that the kids, what he was satisfied was today is the last day that y'all hit.
Yes, sir.
And I know y'all have been nervous. I was out there yesterday, and man, and y'all. And he says, blow the whistle quick, but when you're making contact, anything can happen.
Oh, yes, sir.
So
we ain't about to break no news here.
No,
you got me scared.
No, and that's what he was. He was
glad it went.
He was glad. You know, we're done hitting.
We probably get called in. They was a slash pine truck. Pulled over there was watching some of the practices. I ain't gonna call the name out. Maybe Mr. Tim ain't watching. But no, right. I said he's seen some look to be college coaches. Today.
Well, we had Ohio State at the school early in the morning today. Then we had Louisville come to school around 2:30 to come watch practice. And all of a sudden, Cincinnati walks up. And then right after Cincinnati coach walks up, Georgia coach walks up.
Goodness.
And yesterday, Maryland's coach was out there.
And
yesterday.
Maryland's coach was there.
Talking about Power 5 schools.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And it's
Single
amazing.
A school.
There have been more coaches, I think, that I've seen this week than there ever was when I was in high school at Lincoln County.
And I know back when I helped, even the high school coaches would come a lot of times to watch us, that were already put out of the playoffs.
Man,
you
just
know,
kind of pick up on some
they
things
would
or
wanna
maybe
come
see
and-
how you
That's right. They'd come watch how, Jim would coach and how he would run the program and all that,
his numbers, you can't argue them.
No,
You kind of learn
no,
from
no.
the best. And
that's right.
That's a good deal.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, Dalton, and have a word from our sponsors, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the upcoming game.
10-4.
Lutz, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned, has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. Jeff Brown and Eric Lutz make it a priority to know their clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. They offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. Lutz, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers!
Since 1972, Popeyes has been serving up mouth-watering, delicious, hot, and mild fried chicken and chicken tenders from its Louisiana kitchen. You know about our great chicken, but have you tried our tasty seafood? All of our menu items come with a southern style all their own. On your way to or after the game, stop by Popeyes and remember we can handle all your special event catering needs. Conveniently located on Memorial Drive in Waycross, Popeyes puts a piece of Louisiana in every single meal. Subway, the Corner Pantry, and the Argyle Food Market are locally owned by Mr. Nick Patel, who thanks the Clinch County Homerville communities for all their support. Subway, located on West Dame Avenue in Homerville, is the go-to place for nutritious, healthy food, and Subway also serves a delicious breakfast each morning. We have catering platters to meet all your tailgating needs. Don't forget to drop by the Corner Pantry in Homerville and the Argyle Food Market in Argyle and pick up all the items you need at the best discount prices in Clinch County. Nick says, go Panthers!
Good evening. I'm Alan Handley. We're live here at Creekbox TV on Sports Talk, and I'm here with my sidekick, Josh Lee, and our offensive line coach, Dalton Weatherington. Dalton, man, we appreciate you taking time out of the busy schedule. We know y'all been busy all week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Now, Dalton, you coach offensive line for Homeville. Right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Is there any players, I'm sure, obviously they're a good team. They've made it this far, but some numbers we can watch for on Irwin.
I would say 34 is their defensive end that gave us trouble the first game we played them, and then number 42, their middle linebacker. Okay. Those are the two main players that can cause us some issues this week.
Gotcha. I hope I'm over there watching in person. I'm on call. I got to find somebody to watch my call. I'm sending out some pleading here. If not, it's going to be on the man. You watch it on that stream, but it was so bad. I didn't get to watch Mount Zion game. I had to try to watch it on my phone. I couldn't. Ended up turning on the radio, which they did a good job holding it. But did we have a pick? I know you don't coach DBs, but there was a pick in that game. You remember who had that interception? That was a big turning point of that game. It seemed like it was to me. And that was Mount Zion.
Kid.
Yeah, there was
Michael Walker.
Michael Walker.
It was
Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that on the radio. Just come to me. But with Irwin now, Lundy, does he play both ways, or is he just?
He's a heavy offensive guy, and I think it depends on the teams that they play. I think against us, he might spot play or play a lot, or we're not really sure what they're going to do with him because he is their bell cow of the offense. So
last game, I mean, you get all you can get out of it.
So if we can stop Lundy, I mean, is that like the head of the snake? I mean,
yes, sir, no doubt.
If we do that, we want them to throw the ball, because that's getting out of their comfort zone. Is that right?
Sir. I mean, they're efficient with throwing the ball, but the more you have to make them throw it, the less efficient they'll be.
Well, they're efficient because they're running 5, 6, 7 yards, and then they're throwing.
Play action.
When we slip a safety up into the box, then they got numbers on them.
And you get tired of getting hit, right. And you can commit so many and they burn you.
Well, and we were injured earlier at linebacker, like you say, Tresman's back. So I think that's going to be a big difference.
And we also didn't have Dexter McNeil at full strength either that game.
Right.
So
that's right.
That's going to help tremendously, I believe. And we've changed some blocking schemes up front. Nothing. We're not reinventing the wheel, but to stop 34 from making as many plays as did last game, we're going to change it up for him.
Well, man, that's good. And Dalton, we appreciate you coming in. And now, Josh, I'll be over there at 1 o'clock. We're tailgating.
Yeah,
we're taking over. We got a
couple
couple
of
real, tents.
I hope Mr. Tim happens to watch it. Jamie called for everybody in Homerville to give all your employees a day off.
Tom said the city was closing at 12.
Yeah,
that's
there
what
you
the
go.
mayor said.
But I'm planning on riding in the fire truck over there with Derek. He's going to drive the fire truck. A couple of y'all's guys wanted it. Chase texted me on the way back. Oh, yeah.
Man, that is good.
Chase texted me on the way back from Atlanta on the bus, said, man, you think you can get Derek to drive that fire truck? I'm like, hold on, you serious? Because he will. And he said, yeah, I'm serious. Got on the phone, and it's a go. So
I hate it for everybody because they're going to be struggling to find a seat, and I have the best seat in the house on the sideline.
There you go. Well, you got some pressure on.
Not
to put it on you, but
exactly.
you got
some thank God for Creek Box press passes.
That's right.
Got to worry about it.
Man, yeah, definitely. If you're going to the game, I'd advise everybody, probably get over as early as possible. Who mentioned it about the tickets?
I saw an article online. I think it's from the JHSA and I think Denise told me the other day that if you bought a $22 ticket, you can get in at $5.45, and if you got the $20 ticket, it's $6.45.
There you go. And Jamie and them's gonna be over at tailgate at 10 o'clock in the morning. Sausage on the grill, eggs going.
We're gonna have it going.
Man, it's
and like I say, the fire truck, get your daddy to bring that state patrol car.
Oh, no, he's got a fire truck. He said, y'all don't drive it, I'll drive mine. Anyway, but we're going to, be over here. He's going to turn the sirens on, let them run out. I don't know.
Well, I hope maybe we'll take the fireworks with us, too.
That's what I said. We should have done the fireworks, and if somebody gets arrested, then I'm pretty sure somebody had to bail them out.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I hope nobody robs the bank Friday night because there won't be nobody left in Homerville.
Well, Dalton, man, we appreciate you taking the time here.
Appreciate y'all having me.
And, we'll have you back later on through the year. You've done a great job this year, and I hope it's a permanent spot here in Homerville,
God willing, I hope so. I mean,
I got a little bit of pull. I got a couple of folks on the board.
You better stop pulling then.
I got an uncle on the Board of Education now.
Now, what's any other sports you played in Lincoln County?
I did play at Lincoln, played football there. Dabbled in a little basketball, and I did track.
Okay, awesome. So you plan on being involved in any other sports?
I think
if it comes up, the opportunity.
I think we're talking about me possibly helping out with track in the spring.
Yeah, good.
Man, we need help. I imagine you shot put.
Well, I won a region in disc my senior year, so I know not much, but no.
That's right.
That's good.
Well, we're fit. I know we're running out of time, and we appreciate you taking the time. And I want to remind everybody that the game kickoff is at 7:30.
Yes, sir.
We apologize. Georgia High School would not allow Creek Box to do it, so y'all can. I'm sure you've seen the
good luck
on the vent and all that. Just complain to the Georgia High School Association. Mr. Berrien's going to take care of them eventually, and we hope to have it fixed, and where Creek Box can film all the Panther games like it should be.
Oh, yes, sir.
And me and Josh will be back here next week to talk, hopefully, about to have somebody here holding the state championship
now,
trophy.
If we win, I'll be more than happy to come back.
That's right. I don't think Jim will let you come back next week.
I'll flatten his tire.
That's right. And then, of course, me and Josh, we still got time to start. Well, not long before the college.
Bowl game starts Saturday.
Do they?
Watch the Panthers win on Friday, come home, get bed, and wake up, and you'll have football on TV.
Man,
I think it's 5 or 6 games Saturday.
There you go. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week.
Subway, the Corner Pantry, and the Argyle Food Market are locally owned by Mr. Nick Patel, who thanks the Clinch County Homerville communities for all their support. Subway, located on West Dame Avenue in Homerville, is the go-to place for nutritious, healthy food, and Subway also serves a delicious breakfast each morning. We have catering platters to meet all your tailgating needs. Don't forget to drop by the Corner Pantry in Homerville and the Argyle Food Market in Argyle and pick up all the items you need at the best discount prices in Clinch County. Nick says, go Panthers!
Carter's Fried Chicken in Homerville has become the gold standard for fried chicken barbecue and catering. Carter's also offers a full menu of other tasty items and is open on Sunday. Thanks, Chad Brown, for making dining at Carter's a family tradition in Homerville. Go Panthers!
Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ. Huddle up! That's right, huddle up at the Huddle House in Homerville and Lakeland before or after the game. And if you can't make it to the game, watch all the live action here at the Huddle House. Remember, Huddle Houses of Homerville and Lakeland have a full menu with something for everyone, with prices that can't be beat. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, 24 hours per day, Huddle House is a game-winning recipe for the entire family. Go Clinch County Panthers! Go Lanier County Bulldogs! And don't forget, huddle up at the Huddle House.
Jerry J's is the best Boston butts and ribs around. Meat so tender and tasty that it practically melts in your mouth. We have a variety of home-cooked meals and the best breakfast in town. And don't forget about our barbecue sandwiches. Jerry J's can cater your event and looks forward to serving you in Homerville, Waycross, and Douglas. Oh yeah, if you can't make it to the game, drop by Jerry J's in Homerville to watch the game live on Creekbox TV while you enjoy one of the many items on our menu. Go Panthers!
Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation.
Lutz, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned, has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. Jeff Brown and Eric Lutz make it a priority to know their clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. They offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. Lutz, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers!
Since 1972, Popeyes has been serving up mouth-watering, delicious, hot, and mild fried chicken and chicken tenders from its Louisiana kitchen. You know about our great chicken, but have you tried our tasty seafood? All of our menu items come with a Southern style all their own. On your way to or after the game, stop by Popeyes and remember we can handle all your special event catering needs. Conveniently located on Memorial Drive in Waycross, Popeyes puts a piece of Louisiana in every single meal.